Hey, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about free traffic versus paid traffic. Which is better, which is more profitable, and which is the easiest to start getting some serious momentum and revenue in your business. Let's get into it. Firstly, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Penberthy. I'm the founder of AdClients.com, where we help you create, launch, and scale your courses and your coaching programs. And I'm pleased you're here. Listen, this is a lifelong debate: free traffic versus paid traffic. Whether you're selling courses, coaching, low ticket, high ticket, ultimately there becomes a point when you need to think about traffic. And I want to share with you what we use, what we're getting results with, and interestingly enough, we're actually using both. And so I'll share with you why that's the case and how that's the case as well. But first, let's start here. Every single one of you coming on and watching this video right now, you have an offer, you have something that you're selling. Maybe that is an online course, maybe that's a coaching program. Don't know what it is. This is the thing that you're trying to sell. Before we even get to traffic, and this is presumably where you are right now, is you need a sales funnel. You need some process, some way to turn interested prospects into people that are ready to become a customer or a client. I'll assume that you're watching this video, you're ready for traffic and you've already got a funnel. If you haven't, it's important that I mention at this point that for me, in my experience with my company and my clients, we find webinars work the best here. And that is something that's important to talk about before we even get to the conversation of traffic, because whether you go for free traffic or paid traffic, and we'll talk about it in a moment, regardless, if you're sending good traffic into the wrong sales funnel, then it's never going to convert. So you've got to make sure that you're using a solid sales process that can effectively turn strangers into clients. I've got something called the No Pitch Webinar Blueprint, and it's a process that anyone can follow to provide a ton of value in this process, a ton of goodwill, and have people lining up to become high ticket paying course or coaching clients within 48 hours. It's a really cool free resource I've got for you. There's a link in the description box or the top comment. Go ahead and click on that, download it. My gift to you, it shows you the entire process of turning strangers to clients. So do check that out. I think it'll greatly help you. Once you have a good funnel, then comes traffic. So let's go ahead and pop F for free, because I'm a visual guy. Free versus paid, okay? First thing I want to say to you, and before we even get into the pros and cons of either of these, the first thing that I want to say is it's actually dependent on your budget, okay? Yes, there are pros and cons to both, but before we even get there, we have to decide, do we even have the budget for paid traffic? Because obviously the name suggests it's going to cost us. There's an investment. There's something we've got to put up front, where of course free traffic is, as the name also suggests, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. We're spending with our time. So I have clients that come to me and this question comes up. John, how much shall I budget for paid ads? Should I even do paid ads right now? What shall I do? And my answer is always the same. And this is so important that you make a note of this. What can you allocate? What budget can you allocate for paid traffic to where you would be completely emotionally detached from that investment? What does that even mean? What that means is, if you would rustle together $200 and you're gonna put that into a paid traffic campaign, and you are sat there, fingers crossed, you can't sleep, you're freaking out because you've got to get that $200 back. You've decided to invest in your business, but you are so emotionally detached to that investment that you're gonna end up making some mistakes. I've never seen it work out well when you spend some money on some traffic and you are freaking out over making sure that that comes back. I've never seen that go well. You have to be emotionally detached to that investment. You have to say, hey, $200, I'm ready to throw that at some Facebook ads or some YouTube ads, and I'm just happy to get some data. If I don't even make a sale, it's not a problem. For that $200, hopefully I'll have some good data, some good analytics for me to see what I need to optimize and tweak, because I'm looking at the bigger picture. Okay, so if you are watching this right now and you're thinking, yeah, I don't have a budget that I can just feel completely emotionally detached from, then you have to start here. You're forced to, because that would be a terrible idea to spend your rent money for next month trying to run some ads. Terrible, terrible, terrible idea. So you're forced to start here. Okay, if you have some budget that you can be emotionally detached from, $1,000, $500, Maybe that's a recurring thing. You'd have that much every month to just keep testing. Of course, the goal is that we're profitable and we reinvest. We get that. But we need that starting capital. Then paid traffic might be the answer for you. So now we're going to talk about the pros and the cons to both. And really, I'm only speaking to those of you that have a budget for paid ads. And now you're deciding, well, shall I use that budget or shall I start with free traffic? The rest of you, you have to start here. You're forced to. So first things first, let's talk about examples of each. Free traffic would be, and there's a lot of popular strategies, grow a Facebook group. Spend time cultivating a community on Facebook and ultimately at some point, fingers crossed, hope some of them become clients. Another strategy would be, to direct message people and start conversations on Instagram and Facebook and see if any of them are ready to come across the line. It would be posting blog posts and hope that Google will rank your blog post on some keywords. It's posting content like this on YouTube and again, providing some value in the hopes that some people then see value in becoming a client. Same on Instagram. These are all free traffic strategies. You're paying with your time, but you don't have control over the outcome. It's just, let's put some stuff out there and hope that people decide to come back and become a client. And you also have no guarantee that you'll get eyeballs on that stuff either. Here's the flip side. With paid, we're looking at running a Facebook ad, a YouTube ad, maybe using the LinkedIn ad platform. It is any platform that will allow you to place an ad that you pay for and it's guaranteed traffic. That's the big difference. Over here, it's not guaranteed. Over here it is. You turn on an ad, you get some traffic. And now it's the job of this to convert that traffic and make sure it's profitable, which is why I started talking about this, because it's incredibly important. Another thing we need to talk about outside of it being guaranteed and not guaranteed is speed and long-term sustainability of the growth of your business, because this is not reliable. Okay, now it might sound like I'm talking down on this, I'm not, but this is just the reality. I quite like some of the free traffic strategies, but it's not reliable, it's not consistent. It's not a foundation to build your business on, because you cannot say, next month we want 10 clients, okay, let's produce enough content to get 10 clients. You can't do it, it's not predictable. Whereas with paid traffic, you can. If you know the numbers in your funnel, if you know how your funnel converts, if you know how many people it takes to get in here to produce X amount of clients, then you can pay what is needed to get that amount of traffic. And on top of it being consistent and predictable, it's the speed of which you can get those results. So we can put some money into Facebook ads or YouTube ads and we can start getting some good results. And if we want to scale and 10x our business, with no exaggeration, we can just spend 10 times the money on the front end and we just have to keep an eye on the numbers, but you can start to see exponential growth pretty quickly. So ultimately, where do I settle? How do I feel about this? Well, perhaps I've given an indication as we've gone through this. My priority is paid traffic. That is the short-term win, but it is something that I can rely on right here, right now, to take my business to where I want it to be in the next 6 months. So this is where I would suggest anyone who has the budget to start here. Start running some ads, make sure that you're working with some people to help you get this stuff dialed in. Shameless plug, we can do that with you. We can help you dial this stuff in. We do it with our clients all the time. A high converting webinar funnel with a high converting, high ticket course or coaching program offer, and that alleviates the pressure on traffic. And then you can run some paid traffic and recoup that investment and then reinvest. So if you have the budget, paid traffic is really where you should start. But here's the kicker. As I mentioned, that will get you to where you want to be in the next 6 months, but you do need to have long-term vision. And I think there is some serious legs to certain platforms that would be worth building on. Hence why you're watching this video right now. I provide a ton of content right here on this channel on a regular basis. Why? Because I know that we're not going to be able to rely on paid traffic forever. It's going to perhaps at some point get too expensive. Other platforms will emerge, but having an audience, having people that are following you on certain platforms is going to be very, very lucrative and a high asset moving forward. So we're laying the foundations now for having an audience that are following us in a year, 2 year, 3 years time, when Facebook ads and YouTube ads don't work as they do right now. Make sense? Short-term win, get your business going, get the wheels turning, get momentum. Long-term foundation is what we're trying to also build over here. And finally, just a refresher back to the beginning. If you don't have budget for paid ads, absolutely fine. You're forced to start here, and it's better than doing nothing. So hopefully this video has been helpful. Hopefully it's given you some clarity over free traffic versus paid traffic, and perhaps what it's pointing to in terms of what is right for you. Don't forget, grab that free resource that I've got down there below. That is going to alleviate the pressure of your traffic anyway if you have a high converting webinar. And I've got this no pitch webinar blueprint that will show you how we turn strangers into clients and get them ready for that without even selling them. It's really freaking cool. You should click the link, grab that resource, and on the next page, I invite you to a training masterclass where we'll dive deeper into that as well. And I suggest you register for that and show up. We usually have them starting in the next few minutes. So with that, hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like this video, drop me a comment, subscribe to our channel. We put out a bunch of new videos every single week. And unless you've got that bell notification turned on, you will not be notified. So do that. I'll see you in a future video. Take care.